Did you know that 2024 saw the lowest home sales nationally in over a decade? Yet demand remains strong with multiple offers still happening on well-priced listings here in New Jersey. As we wrap up the year, the housing market continues to show resilience. Nationally, we're seeing mortgage rates slightly decline, with the 30-year average dropping to about 6.69%. Total home sales are projected to hit approximately 4.6 million units this year, the lowest in many years. Now, here in New Jersey, the market remains highly competitive compared to the rest of the country, the exact opposite of what some other states such as Florida are seeing currently. Hey, I'm Adam D with KW Realty, and thanks for joining this month's December 2024 market update. Whether you're planning to buy, sell, or invest, this update will help you understand the current market and prepare for what's ahead. Now, don't forget, please subscribe for regular updates. Now let's dive in. New listings in our local South Jersey Shore market. You can see that they're just about on pace as last year. November 2023 saw 358 new listings, and November 2024, 352 new listings. And we look at pending or under contract listings, we see that they actually ticked up just a little bit, 626 for November 24 and 607 for November 2023. The most important stat in real estate, months of inventory in our local market, and we're seeing an increase. So November 24, 3.2 months of inventory compared to 2.8 in November 2023. So this reflects more properties being on the market, a little bit of a cooling to market, yet 3.2 months is still a seller's market. Now looking at the county overall, for Atlantic County, we see 3.36 months of inventory and a 1.2% increase, nothing crazy, pretty consistent to our inventory levels in Atlantic County, just a slight uptick. Now Cape May County looks a little bit different. 4.31 months of inventory and a 12% increase over the past 12 months. So Cape May County seeing a little bit more of a bump in inventory compared to Atlantic County, and on its way to a more neutral market. Again, neutral market is about 5 to 6 months of inventory. Now days on market in our local market here, an increase which is probably a reflection of that increase in inventory. We saw 51 days last year, and this November 64 days. Now naturally, same thing, days on market, it has risen, just what we saw in the previous graph for the past year. We look back over the past 3 years. In 2021, average days on market was 43, and this year in October, 58 days on market. Now the big story for this year is that existing home sales are way down. We're going to see later that there's going to be less than 5 million home sales for the entire United States this year, which is significantly lower than the 6+ million that we saw for a couple years post-pandemic. Now, I thought this was very interesting. Active housing inventory compared to pre-pandemic levels, or 2019 compared to 2024. And you can see that New Jersey is still 59% below the inventory levels that we saw before the pandemic. But what this map shows us is that the entire United States is not seeing the same market conditions that New Jersey is. Look at Florida, for example. Their inventory level is actually 15% above what 2019 had. So this is what we were talking about here with the number of home sales. And we predict they're going to increase next year, but our pace for this year is 4.6 million home sales, which is the lowest number of home sales in many years in the United States. Now, we took the data from many experts of what they forecast home prices to be in 2025, and the average is about a 3.5% increase to home prices for the United States next year. Now, interestingly enough, we could only find one that predicted a decline in home prices, and that was Moody's, and they barely predicted a decline, a negative 0.4% decline. So it's more likely that we actually see home prices continue to rise next year. Now again, we took all the research for mortgage rates for next year, and it looks like they may continue to trend down, but don't expect a major drop-off. Rates are probably still going to be above 6%. The average of these projections is 6.34% 1 year from now, or the end of 2025. And here's another look at that. Again, all these companies, we took the data, put it on a sheet here, and we're looking at slightly lower rates, 6.34%. Next year. To me, that's not enough of a decline that I would wait a year, because we just saw on the previous slide that prices are predicted to continue increasing. Now, for whatever reason, we continue to get questions about foreclosures, people being in debt. Well, this shows you that your average homeowner is not in debt and certainly not in foreclosure, because the amount of equity that the average American has in their house far outweighs and is increasing at a more rapid pace than their mortgage debt is. Now, I'm going to end with this quote from Rick. Now, Rick doesn't expect to see meaningful increase in the supply of existing homes until mortgage rates are back below 5%. Well, we just saw in the previous slides that most experts do not predict rates going back below 5% anytime soon. So this may remain true, that we're probably going to remain in this low inventory conditions going forward as well. That wraps up our December 2024 market update. This year has been defined by resilience and change, with buyers and sellers navigating a competitive but evolving market. Now, as we look forward to 2025, we expect a stronger, more consistent market, paving the way for many opportunities, whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Stay tuned for next month's update, where we'll dive into the full 2024 year-end statistics once we have all the data. If you find this update helpful, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Share it with anyone interested in real estate trends. And if you have real estate plans yourself, remember I personally serve all the Atlantic and Cape May counties, and I have vetted referral partners in all other areas. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year.